Today I'm sharing this lovely little project with you. Hello, I'm Claire from Created the Ottaway. I'm an absolute craft addict based in the UK. My first love definitely is paper crafting. So today I'm going to show you how to fold, cut and create the Ottaway. Now this little gift box is just so darling. It's a little small gift box that fits the 3x3 cards and envelopes. You can fit quite a few inside depending on what size embellishments you put on them. So whether you're a beginner or you just need a little crafty fix, I'm going to walk you through this step by step. We're going to have no stress, just crafty joy and a whole lot of fun. A few giggles probably at my expense. Really big hug to my Crafty Otters. If you're watching and you're in the Crafty Otters Club, give me a little shout out underneath and let me know what you think of this tutorial. So what do we have here? We have a gift box. It's actually a remake of a bigger version that I did just the other week. So this is the bigger version. There's a video for that. I'll put a link at the end. And everyone loved that so much, they asked for a smaller version. So this is it. Look at this. So it just ties with a ribbon. The ribbon actually holds the lid in place. So if you pop that off, you can see inside there's enough room for quite a few little cards. But it's a really clever little trick to use the ribbon as the lid holder. So really simple to make. If you struggle with it, just leave a comment. If you like what you've seen, leave a comment. I always try and reply to every comment under the videos. What paper am I going to use today? Today I'm going to use this paper. It's called Papers for You. It's Scandi style collection and it's absolutely darling. It's 6x6 paper. I bought it, I'm in the UK, I bought it from an online site called Craftilia. If you haven't been on their website, oh my goodness, go and get lost for a couple of hours. Absolutely so many ideas, so many products, honestly. But they have the most amazing range of papers, paper companies I'd never even heard of before. And it just gives you a little look at what else is out there, which I'm really loving since leaving Stampin' Up. This is gorgeous paper and it's two-sided. So you really get your money's worth out of it. And it didn't even cost that much. So go have a look. So what do you need? Let me give you the sizes because it's good that we just get on and craft. These are the sizes. If you take a screenshot of that, you will be able to enlarge it. I've done it in inches and centimetres, and I will be talking out loud in inches. So if you have the captions on or the subtitles on, that's the version that you will get. You need a piece of card for the base, a piece of card for the lid, and then just some designer paper. The designer paper, you don't actually need too much. So if I show you, this is for the box, a couple of squares and a couple of pieces like that. And for the lid, you just need 3 pieces that are that sort of length and then 2 little squares. So this is perfect for using up all those pieces of paper that are in your stash that you just can't throw away because they're not small, but they're not big enough for a card either. So get those out, have a dig through and make some of these. I am going to give this box to my granddaughter because she loves to come and do crafting with me. She loves to make a card and I'm going to actually leave the cards blank in there. So she's got a nice little box and then we can do the cards together. Just have a bit of fun together because that's what crafting's all about, isn't it? A bit of joy. Spread the joy with each other. What else do I need to tell you? I think that's it. Should we craft? You just need an A4 sheet of paper or as near as if you're not in the UK. And we're going to cut the base of the box first. So we need a piece of card that is 5.5 by 8. So 5.5, just like that. I'm using a Stampin' Up paper trimmer just because I really love it. I love the fact that it's got a scoring and a cutting blade all in one. So my measuring line is along the top, and I've cut it down the long piece of the A4. So I've cut it at 5.5, and now I'm going to trim it to 8 inches. I've got a little bit of a dented corner there which I don't really want to use, so I'm going to chop that end off. So that is 8 inches. Okay, so that's a really nice size to work with, isn't it? Hopefully you can see all of it on the video as well, so it's really nice. Now we've got a couple of score lines to do, and they are super easy. We are just doing 1 inch on either side of the shorter end. So my scorer has got 1 inch over this side, so I'm going to use that side because it means that I can put my hand on this and really keep hold of it while I'm messing about with the measurement. So 1 inch, stop talking Claire, concentrate, and score, don't cut. I really hesitated then, I was just about to cut it. Okay, the easiest thing to do is spin it round and do the other side at 1 inch, and that's it. You can take a breath. You're like, I didn't cut it, I just scored it. Just like that. Okay, spin it round again, so you've got the longer bit at the top where your measuring line is, and this time you're going to score it at 3.5. 3.5 across, just like that. Go around this way and do it again at 3.5. Okay, and that's it. Ta-da! I do love a ta-da. If you haven't watched my videos before, be prepared. So you've got 1 score line along that way, 1 along that, and 2 through the middle. Now I find it easier to stick the paper on while this is flat. Okay, so I'm going to turn it that way because my box, if I just do that, my box is going to be like that. Okay, these sides are going to fold in, but this is the front, this is the back. Okay, so if I lay it out flat, now I've just realised I didn't check that my Tumbo glue was free flowing. So I'm just going to say a little prayer to the craft fairy and say, please, please, can you come out and work? So I've already cut my designer series paper. These need to be 3 3/8 by 3 3/8, and I know that that's going to fit in there. And then when I glue the other one, I need to turn it upside down like that. If you like, you can use paper that is any way up. By that I mean, let's see if I can find some in this set. I mean something like this, that it doesn't matter which way round you put it on, you're not going to make a mistake. That's what I call any way up paper. This has definitely got a direction, and because it's for my granddaughter, because I'm making it specifically some for her, I've picked out a paper that I know she's going to love and we can talk about. There's just one more thing I do, because it is going on a coloured card, and designer series paper has nearly always got a white core. I'm just going along the edge and just getting rid of that white core, and what that helps do is it helps your card, your paper that you've just cut, blend into the background, so it doesn't look like it's floating on the card, it's part of it. Does that make sense? Give it a try. If you don't do that, give it a try. You can use any marker pens, you can even use Sharpies, as long as you use a dark colour that's sort of similar to your coloured card. I mean, in fact, you could do a contrast colour, like if you did a black, that gives you a whole new look. So that's just going to go on there like that, and then I'm going to glue the bottom bit at the same time. Love this paper. I really love the little foxes. Honestly, it's just been a revelation to me what the beautiful paper that is out there. I think I was very stuck in a rut, and it's like a whole new lease of life. Not to say that I don't still love Stampin' Up. I love Stampin' Up stuff and their products, but it's nice to have a little look around and see what else there is. My craft pot of money does not agree. But we won't talk about that. Okay, the side bits, it's the same paper, just because it was a 6x6 sheet, and you want to put the side panels both on the same end. Now, it doesn't matter what end you put them. I've already gone down around the card with the felt pen, so that's already been done, just to save you watch time. Because I know when I watch a crafty video, I just think, just stop yakking, get on with the make. Because that's what you're here for, after all. Okay, well, that's that. Well, I was very lucky then, because I thought I'd put glue on there. Okay, shouldn't do it over there, but I wanted you to see on camera. That's my excuse. Okay, so that's there. Okay, believe it or not, ta-da, that's the base of the box. How do you turn it into the base? So you have got some score lines here, here, here and here, and I am just going to cut up straight up on the square. So there's a little square in the middle, and I'm just cutting it to that score line there. Just make sure I go all the way. So you end up with that. Okay, now that's going to actually be inside your box, and you want a nice corner. So I'm just going to cut up there like that and cut a little triangle off. Can you see? I'm going to do the same this side, and it will turn that into a little tab, and it will just really magically give you a much nicer corner on your box. Okay, like that. I'm going to turn it round and do this side as well. So I'm trying to do it really straight. You could do it on your paper trimmer. That would give you a straighter. If you've got a bit shaky hands like me. It's because I overthink it. I'm like, oh, is it over the line, in the line? Whereas on your paper trimmer, you could just do it exactly on, because you're doing it by the measure mark rather than by your eye. Okay, that. Okay, so chop those out the way. Now this is going to come in. I'm going to use my bone folder. Where did I put that? That's hiding. I can feel it. Feel it but not see it. Okay, there it is. So I'm just going to burnish all the score lines now before I start trying to put it glued together. Just because it will give you a much crisper box. All it is, using the bone folder is doing is really telling the paper where you want it to fold. You're not sort of doing it. It's not like, well, I think you should fold there. It's like, no, this is where you need to fold. It's like being a strict parent. Just treat your paper like you're a strict parent and you'll be fine. There you go. So now it's got real definition on the folds. So this bit is going to come in and in. So I'm going to put some glue on that now, and I'm going to do both sides at once. I know, controversial. And this side just on my tabs. And then these bits, these two have got the paper on. So I'm going to put some glue on here on my tab. All over. Put some on here. Now if you put your glue at dead centre, pointing right over, you will be able to control the flow of glue that comes out. Okay, so these bits are going to go in, this bit's going to go up like that, and these are coming over. Now concentrate on one side, so I'm going to concentrate on this side. And what I'm trying to do is make sure that the top of my box is level and the bottom of the box should automatically go in. And then I put my bone folder inside. Oh. She says, I can't show you because it's such a diddy box. Can't actually see if it's in there. That's it. put my bone folder in, and I use that to flatten the tab against the side, so against this bit. Okay, see this bit hasn't stuck even though it's got glue on it, and I make sure I get this side really nice and crisp corners, and then I come round to this side and I do the same here, but again concentrate on this side because this is the bit everyone's going to see. They won't even notice the bottom, so make sure that that's lined up. Press that all in place, then put your bone folder inside and find the tab and just press it down. If you haven't got a bone folder, use your scissors, just poke it inside because you're not going to get your fingers in unless you've got extremely long fingers. Okay, so now that looks lovely. I don't think you can see, but it's all nice and neat inside. And there is the base of my box. Lovely. Okay, let's do the lid. So with the other piece of card that we've got, we're going to need a little bit of it, not all of it. It needs to be 5.5 by 3. So I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. 3 inches, because that gives me a nice big chunk to do something else with. And I'm going to cut it at 5.5, just like that. Okay. This is the lid, remember, so we need to do the sides of the lid, and all you are going to do is score the same but 1 inch all the way round. Remember, score, don't cut. Score. Score. And score. And you think, how could that possibly fit on? It doesn't even look big enough, does it? Bring your paper over. Your paper is going to go there, there, and there. And then these little pieces, these little squares, are going to go here. So the paper is 7/8 by 3 3/8, and the little squares are 7/8 by 7/8. Oh, I quite like that pattern. No, it's too much for contrast. And I've done exactly the same. I've gone round the edge of my paper with the pen so that it will really blend into the background of my coloured card. That's going to go, don't know which way round, that way round, so the stripes go across, I think. It's all the little details like that that will take your card to another level. It looks like you've done a professional job because you are a professional crafter. Okay, put this bit on the middle first. I'm not sure if my favourite thing is gift boxes or cards. I don't know. What's your favourite? But then that gets me thinking, mini albums? I really love mini albums. I actually love making papercraft gifts because they're sort of unexpected. People don't really expect you to make something out of paper and for it to be such a wow. There you go. So there's that side. I'm just making sure it's in line. And then this is my last bit. And then we're nearly there. Okay, there's that bit. Look at that. So I'm just going to turn it over and just press all over the whole thing, just because they're such tiny pieces and I really want it to be stuck. Now while I'm there, I need to do the slot for the ribbon. So this is 3.5. I could measure to make it. I tell you what I do. Let's that. Oh. So I've got a piece of paper that's 3.5. Fold it in half. This is just a scrap that I've kept at the side. Okay, and that folded in half now tells me where the middle is. So I put a little line here, or a little dot here, and a little dot here. So hopefully now, when I punch my hole for my ribbon, I use that as my guide, and it will be in the middle. Oh, it locked itself. So there's that side. And there's the other side. So I turn it over. It's already got its holes. Okay. So turning this lid into a lid, this flat piece of card into a lid. So I like to go round. So I cut that way. Okay. And then I do my little trick with the little angled bits. I flip it over when I'm doing the other side because it's easier to cut away from you. So that one's going that way. I turn it and I do this one. And I do the same for that one. Like that. Flip it over. Cut away. Okay. This, turn it again and do this side. Okay, like that. Turn it over, cut away. And the last one is this one. And I'm just doing tiny slivers, nothing too big. Okay, get rid of those. So I've got one tab, if I turn it over, you've got one tab that goes that way, one that goes that way, one that goes that way, one that goes that way. And that will just give you a stronger box. Okay, I'm going to glue them all at the same time, because you can work with them with the glue on. Oh, I'm excited to share this with you. I'm actually more excited to give it to my granddaughter because she's like the best age where she just appreciates everything. She's free. She's free and she's already a crafter. Love it. Okay. I should have done them with my bone folder, but I'm just going around and doing it quickly. Okay. So all my tabs are coming in. All my tabs are coming in. I pick one corner and I just make sure that's got a nice defined corner on it, just like that, and I just hold it in place for a minute. Not even that. Tombow glue is really good because it dries but gives you a bit of wiggle room for a bit. Okay, go round the box like this. Oh, don't know where that come from. Excuse me. Okay, and then the last one. Ta-da. Actually, I'm going to leave the last one because this is a little bit tight, the lid. So what I'm going to do is put it over like so, and then I'm going to glue it in place. So it's already got glue on. It's already started to stick. Ah! Okay, let's push that. Okay, so if I glue it in place, it just gives it, it makes it just the right size. It's not being stretched over. It's like that. Look at that. Now for the ribbon. So the ribbon, I've got this colour because it matches. Good old Stampin' Up with coordination. This matches the coloured card. So I want enough that it goes round, but though so that I can tie a ribbon. And a top tip is don't be stingy with your ribbon. What are you going to do with it? Just cut it longer so that you can get a nice length on it to tie your bow. Okay, because the last thing you want to do is cut something too short, then you can't tie a bow and you're just annoyed. Remember, stress-free crafting. I am all about stress-free crafting. Okay, so that little tip, putting the box lid on and then sticking it, has really made it fit much nicer. Okay, so I've got that. Can't believe I'm going to do a bow for you on camera. Just talk amongst yourselves for a while. Look, I should have cut it longer. Okay. Is it going to fit? Da, da, da. Didn't give myself enough, did I? Look at that. A tiny little bow. And it's near perfect. I've just got to tidy up these ends. So if you fold your ribbon in half, like so, and don't cut your fingers, cut at an angle. Oh, look, it's all stuck to me. Get those frayed bits off. I'll fix those after with a little bit of heat. Okay. Oh, it's the glue that's on me. It's sticking to that. Okay, do this one. Dun, dun, dun. Fold it in half. Like that, you get that little shape. Okay. Still not perfect, but it's fine. Stress-free crafting. So, here's the box we made today. Oh, the ribbon covers up the fox. Oh, that's fine. Stress-free crafting. Okay, let's put this one back together as well. So that one goes on there. So, which one do you prefer? The blue floral one or the little fox one? Oh, I'm not sure. Really not sure. So until next time, happy crafting, and please be kind to yourself. So thank you so much for crafting with me today. I hope this gave you a little bit of joy and inspiration. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I always reply. And subscribe if you'd like to see more cosy papercraft ideas every week. You could also join my YouTube club, the Crafty Otters, for lots of extras, lots of me, if you'd like that, some exclusive tutorials and a really lovely creative community. The link's below. Thanks for watching. Happy crafting.